Hey everyone, welcome back to What the Code. Today we are building a beautiful and responsive user list component in React using Tailwind CSS and React Skeleton Loader. So before we get started, I have already set up my White app. To set up your White app, open Chrome and type White React. Open the second link and scroll down. Here you can see you can use npm command to create White app. Also, you can use this below command. You can use this command npm create white at latest and give a name of your app. And once it is done, when you open the project, you will see this in Visual Studio. There will be whiteconfig.js and eslint.config.js. Next, we have to set up Tailwind. So open Chrome again and type Tailwind. Click on the first link and scroll down. To get started with White, first we have to install it using npm. You can copy and paste the command here, and next we have to import it and put it inside white.config.js file inside the plugins. Here you can see I have imported and added inside the plugins array. Next we have to import Tailwind CSS inside our index.css file. So I have imported it, and next all we have to do is npm run dev and it will run the React app. My app is already running, so you can run it using that command. And now inside our app.js we have this hello world. Next we have to create components folder. Inside that we have to create two files, usercard.jsx and userlist.jsx. Now inside usercard.jsx, first we will import React from React, and next we will write a function user card, and inside that we are getting a props user, and inside this function we will declare a variable as avatar URL. For this we are going to use API to get user avatar based on username. For that you have to go to uiavatar.com and scroll down. Here you can see we need this API link, so put the API link and inside the bracket encode URI component, and inside that pass user.name. User, as you can see, we are getting from props. Next, inside the return function we will put a div, and here we are going to use the Tailwind CSS class names. So class name is equal to width 80, height 50, flex column, items left, background white, text gray 800, padding 6 and rounded to XL. Next, inside the div we will put image tag. Inside class name we will set width to 16, height to 16, rounded full and margin bottom 1, and we will close the tag. And source will be our avatar URL which gets generated for each user, and alternate text will be user profile. And we are not going to close the tag like this. This is not a valid JSX syntax. We have to close it like this. And next we will put a heading, and inside that class name text extra large, font semi bold, and inside the tag user.name. This will display the username. And next we will use paragraph tag, and inside the class name text gray 600. This will set the color of the text. And strong, inside the strong tag email, this is used for labeling. And outside strong, inside the paragraph tag put user.email. Similarly we will copy and paste and make the changes for phone. At the end we will export user card as a default export. And now inside the user list we will import necessary dependencies. First, we will import React, and inside the braces use state and use effect hook from React. And next we will import user card, which we just created. Next we will import skeleton from React loading skeleton. Also we will import skeleton theme. To implement React loading skeleton, first we have to install it. So go to Chrome and search React loading skeleton. Click on the first link and you will see the documentation. To install this, we have to use this npm install React loading skeleton. I have already installed, so I'm not going to install it again. Once you install, import it like how I have imported. Also, we have to import the CSS file which is mentioned here. Import React loading skeleton from dist/skeleton.css. We will copy and paste it here. Next, we are going to write user list functional component. Inside user list, first we declare const users, set users is equal to use state, which will contain empty array, and const loading, set loading is equal to use state true. This will contain a boolean value. Initially loading state will be true, and now we are going to write use effect. Inside use effect, arrow function, and inside the arrow function, const fetch users is equal to, this will be a asynchronous function, and inside this function, inside the try block, const response is equal to await fetch. Fetch is used whenever we are going to make API calls. Now inside fetch, https://JSON placeholder .typecode.com/users. Let's open this link. Click on follow link and open. As you can see, these links provide a JSON object with lots of user data. So that data is stored in response variable, and next const data is equal to await. From response, we will extract JSON data, and next we will set the user state with this data. And next inside the catch, we will console log error fetching user, error. And once this is done, inside the finally block, we will set the loading state to false. Next, we will set a timer to implement a delay in fetching user details. For that, we are going to use setTimeout function and fetch the users after a 3 seconds delay, and then we will use clear timeout. Since use effect hook takes a dependency array, we are going to pass an empty dependency array in this. Now inside the return function, we will put a div, and class names will be flex wrap, gap will be set to 6, and justify center, padding 20, minimum height screen, and close the div. And inside div, we will do conditional rendering based on loading data. If loading is true, we show skeleton placeholders, and we will generate 10 placeholders using array.from. Inside that, we will set length to 10 to display 10 cards, which will contain a skeleton structure which will match our card data. Inside map, we will put skeleton theme, and we will pass index as key, and base color will be this one, and highlight color will be set to this. And inside the skeleton theme, we will put a div, and class name width will be 80, height will be 50, background will be white, rounded 2XL, and padding will be 6, and flex column, gap will be 2, and animate pulse. Animate pulse makes the skeleton shimmer, and inside that we will put another div, and class name will be width 16, height 16, rounded full, margin bottom will be 0. Inside this div we will put skeleton circle. Height will be 64 and width will be 64. This will create profile picture skeleton. Similarly, we will put heading. Class name will be text large. Font will be semi bold and text gray 700. And inside this we will put only a simple skeleton. And similarly we will put p tag. Class name will be text gray 500. And inside this also we will put simple skeleton with width 80%, and we will close the skeleton. And similarly we will put another paragraph and we will set skeleton width to 60. And outside the bracket, if the loading state is false, in that case it means user's data is fetched and it is there in user's state. So we will use map function to map each user data and use useCard component and pass the each user data to the component as props. Pass key as user.id and user as user and close the tag. And now at the end we will export default user list. And now we have to import this in our app.jsx. So let's go to app.jsx and import user list. And let's remove this hello world and put this user list. And let's set the class name to take width screen and height screen. And let's run the white app. Okay, it seems like there is some error. Let's inspect and console. Here we can see P is capital in tag. Inside user list we have to make this small, replace it with the small letter P, and as you can see here it is loading. All user cards are created and their profile picture also showing up. That's it for this video guys. If you want me to cover more helpful React packages, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to bring them to you. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.